Virgil Sweeney grew up in a small Midwestern town with dreams of owning a coffee shop. The inspiration came from his grandfather, who made a decent living trading and roasting coffee beans. When Virgil was a little boy, he always kept a close eye on how his grandfather took great care and time to perfect the roasting process. All the while, Virgil listened to the stories his grandfather told him about war, peace, love, hate, and the importance of doing a good day's work. The thing is, Virgil never let his grandfather finish most of the stories because he'd always interrupt and ask so many questions. Eventually, Virgil's grandfather became frustrated with the interruptions and gave him chocolate bars and caramels to chew on in hopes of buying enough time to make it to the end of the stories and teach Virgil lessons he wanted him to learn and pass along to future generations. As Virgil grew older, he took over the coffee business and roasted the beans to perfection. He'd tell the locals stories often, just like his grandfather. Yet, there was always this one boy who interrupted his stories, and Virgil was frustrated by it. So, he told his grandfather about the boy, and his grandfather said, "Virgil, you were the exact same way when you were a little boy. I used to fill you up with chocolates and caramels just to finish a story. Maybe that's why you were so stout as a boy. You sure were happy, though." Then it hit him. Virgil was always happiest when he was in the presence of the smell of coffee beans roasting, his grandfather's stories, chocolate, and caramel. Quickly, he came up with the idea for a chocolate and caramel flavored coffee, which eventually became the biggest talk of the town. Not to mention how popular Virgil became as a storyteller. Virgil Sweeney was known for those stories, but the town couldn't get enough of the Virgil Sweeney chocolate and caramel brand coffee. It was such a mouthful that they shortened it to the Virgil Sweeney Stout. And that's the inspiration for the Virgil Sweeney Stout Beer we hold so dear here at the Philosophers Brewery and Fermentory.